Hello buddy, welcome back. And we have fast traveled back down to the site of Lost Grace, and I've made it morning. Make sure I don't get any crazy boss battle-y dudes facing off against me. I've already placed a few markers as to where we're going in this episode. It shouldn't take us too long, so we're going to head along this way. We should get a point of Lost Grace, which actually isn't too far away from us. There's another one on top of the hill as well, which is actually very close to where we are. But again, we're going to leave that for when we actually start clearing these areas out. We are still powering up, as it were. So first things first, we're going to want to hug this left bit. This is where our site of grace is. As always, we're going to take a rest here. And then we'll be mounting back up as we just move along this. I don't know if it identifies this as a path on the map, but we're just going to head on up. There's going to be a rat boy just here. We're going to jump straight over his head, pretty much. Game thought we wouldn't notice you were there, but it's fine. And our first point should be coming into view pretty soon. If, like, kind of I was in a position to move the camera a little bit. There we go. Let's do some strange dexterity things on the controller here. Then we're going up to that church just on the horizon there. Be careful around here. Lots of enemies that can do okay damage, but all of this area is technically within our level range, and the glintstone pebble does enough damage to take care of most of them, so it's not a real problem. Head straight up to the top here. And here we have another church. So basically a little bit like the last one, we're going to take a rest just here. And then we can grab ourselves, I think they're called tiers. Sacred tier? Yeah, sacred tier. Which basically just upgrades the level of the flasks. And then we can pretty much head straight south again. And we'll be heading down here to the next church. And just to clear the map off here so I don't confuse myself. So it says number 3 down there. Which is basically going to be another tier for us. We want to come over to the left a bit because over the top of this is like a strange strange ruin where this thing likes to fire like fireworks into the air. It's a bit weird. Don't know how else to describe it. 2 more ruins. No, this isn't the one I want. Passing over this. Can't actually remember what's in there. There's an item in there, but I can't remember what it is. Boss fight thing here. It wasn't actually too difficult when we did it. I don't know if that one is just like an individual thing. I think that most of them are quest related, so we're gonna head on through this way. There's our tier, and then from here we're gonna head. This is the room that I said we should avoid. And we're gonna go down there for a vendor. He's gonna give us the lantern, which is a very key item because that's gonna allow us to have light without holding a torch. We're just gonna come down to the left hand side just here. We're gonna run past all this. Not a problem at all. Might farm them for their armor set at some point, but not right now. Okay, want the loot. No, didn't want to give me. Okay. So we're gonna head down here to the shack. We're getting towards the end now of of the crazy run around. I'm sorry if it's a struggle to keep up with everything that we're doing, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. Another rest. Should have cut that out, really. Apologies that we didn't. Talk to this guy for his lantern. He's going to want 1,800 runes. I don't know how far off we are from that. Around 1,500. Okay, one sec whilst I burn some of our runes here. Okay, so I popped 3 of our rune items. That's going to give us enough to get the lantern. We also have more stone sword keys here. We have this is an ability to duplicate Ashes of War. So you could, like, I think, get like each one once mostly. This allows you to duplicate it. There's Vihander for those that love the giant colossal swords. It's a bit of a classic. And then we are going to be heading down here. As we said before, we have like to visit the graveyards for some extra runeage. So that's what we're going to do next. And you know what? We might as well enter the tower at the top as well, because that kind of gets that fixed. There's kind of an item we can get from there, especially if we are on low runeage in stock there, which we are. So we'll grab that, grab that. We are basically going to be ridiculously overpowered by the time that we have finished collecting everything that we want to collect. So from here then, just because it takes care of something for us, we are going to go ahead and grab this tower up at the top here. It's going to be another fairly useful talisman in my opinion. Basically it allows you, there's one of those runes that we used up basically extra already, that's good. That basically allows you to slowly recover HP. It's not so fast that it'll help you in combat, but like, let's say you take a load of damage and you don't really want to rest, and it's like the kind of damage where you don't want to use a flask. You can flick it on, let it recover a bit of health for you, and then, you know, you're all kind of sorted out. So that's what it's good for, which is why we're going to go ahead and grab it. So get this guy out of the way. We don't really want to be taking damage whilst we are doing what we're doing. And we're just going to open this chest. This is going to be a crazy trap chest. Get for these. It can be troublesome. So when you wake up, you're going to be faced with some cool stuff. Apologies if you don't like all the spoilerage, but that is what a walkthrough is for. We're going to go ahead and grab this. Quick rest. You should be able to see the big giant through there. He is pretty strong. Careful of him. But we ain't going to fight him. We've only got 200 runes to our name. We're going to come in straight over to the right here. No hesitation. I'm going to take his treasure. Just gets fun. We'll see if we can get out and survive. Nope. 1 second. Okay, so obviously we just died. This was never intended to be a no-death run. But just to show you guys then, so we have this one now. Slowly generates HP. Kind of handy. Just thought I'd make sure that we get that. As you can see, it takes us miles away, so we are going to fast travel back down. Let's clear you off. We're not going to there. To the Church of Pilgrimage. And from here then, we're going to head to the east, or southeast should I say, down to this ruin. I'm going to grab a temporary staff, I guess we'll call it. Note as well, I did actually just miss a shield. We could get the shield. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. If it's important, we'll come back for it, but there's a shield out in the graveyard that was just at that church. It's really not difficult for us to get back to, so we are going to head... Where is the way down again? I've gone completely the wrong way. Wow. We're supposed to be heading southeast, and I came out like the wrong end of the church. Apologies for that. So you want to head... Here we are. Down this way. So we'll start seeing a lot of poisonous plants. We ain't going to be touching those right now. Got another head with runes in right here. I love how you basically just come across little upgrades like that. So you're always getting something to help you out. Here we are. Here we are. Don't think we can survive it just yet. We want to come across this way a little bit. Like that. Gonna have grab the tier on the way down. Might as well. We're here anyway. We have arrived at our destination. So we have this kind of strange, I don't know whether you call it field boss or whatever. We're just going to come over this way. It's not even aggroed on us yet, poor thing. The most interesting about this thing is all of its friends. But they're really like kind of pathetic in the rain, and once we take it out, they'll all kind of just take cover. So just target the big guy. You even take out your own dudes. Such a shame, huh? So there's our staff with Crystal Burst. As you can see, they kind of all become pathetic once it's dead. basically makes them free runes. So we're going to go ahead, kill all of these. They don't even fight back now, so we can just like... Yeah, I want my 1800 runes back that we had to use for the lantern, so... I'm just going to kill all of these, then we'll pick back up. Okay then, so after doing a circle of the area, took care of all the bad guys around here. Just be wary. There is a bigger one over this way that will still fight back. So if you happen to fight it, it will obviously require you to fight it properly, which is this one. Not really too difficult, especially if you've got plenty of FP left. Just use a flask, should be fine with that. And so with that done, we are going to move up to the north. We're going to go ahead and take out the boss up here. So we're going to the Agheel Lake South. See you all there. Okay, I'm just aware that I didn't double check that we'd continued recording. Just so you guys are aware, so obviously we were just last clearing out the lookout tower, killed all the enemies, and we are now going to head north to the ruins up here. I just wanted to double check that I'd said that. We're obviously going to use this as our anchor point here. Don't know if we have enough to level. Keep you guys along for this just in case we do. We do. I know a lot of people like to see the points going in. We're going to confirm that and have it be 18. I'm going to switch to our now slightly better staff. As you can see, it's 9 extra sorcery scaling, so it has pretty good base scaling on there, which is basically going to be handy for us right now. And then we are going to head north to get ourselves a spell vendor, which we're actually going to be able to give our scroll that we got earlier on to unlock some extra spells. We'll see how relevant it remains. We got some really strong stuff to go ahead and collect, which, depending on how long things take, may well be collected in this episode. We're gonna get past all this. I'm not too interested in any of it. Obviously, feel free to grab this. Just enters you into the summoning pool, gives us the effigy. I've been meaning to collect one for a while. It's fine. Just coming in, so you want to go straight into this bit, so we can go straight downstairs. Get your summon ready. So if you prefer it to be in your thing at the bottom, have it there. If not, I'm going to have mine here. I'm just going to press right on the D-pad to summon in some wolves, and then I'm going to need to obviously restore my FP pretty quickly in here, because this guy can be pretty mean, and we want to get him from behind, realistically. Because from the front, as you can see, it takes way less damage. So, let the wolves attract his attention, fire off a spell. Let the wolves attract his attention again. Come on, wolfies, do your job. Ouch. There we go. Fire off a spell. Oh. I mean, we can still do pretty good damage even from his front, but... Come on. Target the wolves. Here we go. Ouch. Oh my god, we're gonna die. Okay, we need to get you down quickly. There we go. We probably could have blasted him with the spells way more often, but it just seems more efficient to get the guy from behind. So we're going to go ahead, rest at the Grace. Could probably level again, but we're okay for now. Instead, we're going to go in here. Get through this lady's dialogue. Obviously say yes.
Well, but one must... I was exiled as a revile. You still... Very well, but I refuse to anticipate.
Cool, give the scroll.
Is that a scroll? Very well. I'll be sure to never lose them.
And then we have some new sorceries available. We already have Glintstone Pebble and the Glintstone Arc. If you started as the prisoner, these will be useful to you. If not, then you can probably get some of this other stuff just to start working your way towards getting the Platinum Fragment and all of the spells. I didn't like many of these. This one is probably the most useful if you want to be buffing your weapon. This isn't as good as I thought it was going to be because you still take the stamina damage So this is good if you're stuck with the light shield, but we're not going to be doing that. We'll be spending the 2 points on strength pretty shortly so we can have 100% defense. So not too much for us to purchase here, but we are making work towards what we need to be doing. From now then, we want to go back to the... I don't know why, I still have that real bad habit of thinking I need to teleport from the points. So we're going to go back to Agheel Lake South now, so that we can collect even more crazy stuff. For the sake of speed, I'm not going to bother using any of my stuff up, but right now you should probably make sure you're empty of runes. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to target this. Be careful here, because a big swarm of crabs is going to want to start attacking you pretty shortly, and I managed to avoid them somehow. I'm not going to do it because they'll all chase you down and kill you. So we're just going to come across this way now, over to these ruins, and grab ourselves the Twinblade, which is good if we continue to improve our dex for cast speed. Might even put it at 20 just so we can use a decent variety of weapons, but for now we are being quite dedicated in our acquisition of spell-based advantages. So we're going to jump over here, and down here with the Twinblade. Boom! Twinblade. It's a cool weapon. I can't use it right now because you need to have 10 strength, but it's cool. That's all I need to say on the matter. And then we're going to get back on Torrent. And then where you see the big massive congregation of dudes, I'm going to go straight down here. Collect any smoldering butterflies you see, by the way, because they are good. I can't believe we can ride all the way down here. I didn't actually think that was going to work, but it did. No, I need to go through that. Let's have a heal. Okay, so we don't die to the rats, let's switch to the glintstone arc here. Lack of intelligence is affecting me now. That's hilarious. Got them all stuck on the thing. That shouldn't have worked, but it did. Oh no, we're out of FP. Oh, come on then. It's fine. We'll get a decent weapon shortly enough. The weapon I think that I want to use is probably the falchion. It's basically a straight up upgrade to the scimitar, and it's farmable from those guys that were with the big rat thing that we're fighting against earlier, so... I'll find the time to do that. There's a pretty good place with loads of those enemies, so we'll get it from there. For now, though, we are about to drastically upgrade our spell damage. This is going to be fine. Sorry that I've kept this load screen in. I shouldn't have done that. So take a heal here if you need to. I don't know how much difference it's actually going to make, because if they hit us, we're basically dead. Don't worry, we've got the route down. Don't worry. So we're going to pick up the stuff here. We've got some loot, and then just hug this right-hand bit here like this, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and then you're going to want to jump out over this way. Take some rolls because they're going to start firing at us. And we are home free, ladies and gentlemen, home free. Pretty much. We shouldn't take any damage between here and things that I want us to get. If you need to slow the video down for yourself, go ahead and do it. I'm just going to make sure we don't lose too much here. We should take the strength. I want to be able to use the shield. So there's plenty of things to get distracted by. We are going to get onto the horse. Pressing the wrong button there. And the thing to go towards, I don't know if we can see it, but basically we can see this and we can see this, right? You want to come like along here like that. That is about where we're going to go. So it's pretty much directly ahead. There should be like a strange looking tree, and I think it's that one there in the mist just off to the left where I put the marker down. And we want to head to the right of that tree, so I think we've got it about right. Ash of Void you can collect from this golden roly boy, but we're going to leave that until we're in a bit more of a good position to be dealing with the enemies around here. I think we got it about right. I think we got it about right. All these geysers. Yeah, we got it. Lucky. So we're going to go ahead and take a rest at this. And so now when you bring up the map, You'll see it's kind of got rid of some of the cloud, but it is showing us the road. We are going to head directly west until we get to a ruin. There's going to be a dungeon. We're going to go into the dungeon, and then we're going to go south, where there'll be 2 kind of just loose items that we want to grab. And this is going to give us a spell, a new armor set, and a staff, which is just basically going to have us set up really well. And then we're just basically going to run away south to get the map opened up. That is the plan here. So if you guys end up trying to run with me, or ahead of me, or behind me, you do what makes this easier for you, because it is a little bit intense right now. Just going to go over. There should be like a... yeah, this means we're on the right line if we go along this to the west. Like this, like so. Through the door. We want to be really quick, because you can get stuck in here if the enemies all aggro too quickly. In for the door. The good thing is, even though the enemies are fairly high level here, they get... a lot of their attacks get stuck on the roof in this little passageway, so if anything has start chasing me, which it hasn't, under there's one, we should be pretty fine to just kind of range you out of the way. Like so. There we go, so many, but we need to get out of here real quick. We want to be out of the way, now that we're not in range of them. Next item is right there. Wow, I pretty much put the marker on the item. That was kind of cool. And then we want to be straight out of that. Perfume bottle. Been infected with scarlet rot. Don't worry about that too much. It doesn't even stop us fast traveling, which is kind of handy. And we want this. Cool. And as soon as we're able, we need to get out of here. So I guess the scarlet rot is stopping me from transporting. Fine then. Let's just go south. It's fine. We'll just heal. Head south, south, south. All the way to the south. Once we get a ramp up, we're going to... let's grab this. As we're here. Or poison mist. Straight up the ramp. It should be fine. Now, pretty much, once we get to where the map is... have I even got any heals left? Don't. We've got the physics left, and that's it. Wow, we're going to die of poison. We're right on the road as well. Oh, we're in the right place. It's right there. Lost grace, lost grace. Oh no, I haven't equipped my physic and I'm gonna die. No, we made it. I don't know how I didn't die. But, this is where you want to get to. So if you see the map, you're basically just going to head straight south, up the ramp, and if you turn left, you'll grab this. Obviously, pretty much straight ahead of where we came up should be where we get the map fragment, if we can see it right there. That was real lucky. Shouldn't really do these things based on being lucky, but I knew we were coming this way. Get the map fragment from here. It's going to make just everything way nicer when we come to actually clearing the area. And there is another map fragment just on this corner, but it's kind of like guarded by a dragon, so we need to be careful about trying to get this added to the map. I don't know how sensitive it is if we go behind it. I should have tried sneaking past this beforehand. Yeah, we're leaving that Dragon Communion. Not really for us right now. Where's the dragon at? Graveyard! As always, for more loot. Oop. Where is my site of grace? I know it's around here. There it is. I got it perfect. There we go. Felt like we didn't even see the dragon. Be careful coming around here at night. There is like a knight that rides along here. Can we see the dragon? Just to show everybody. So that's what we took the back way around, avoiding, right? So we came From this, got the map fragment. There's also a merchant here as well, so this is real convenient for that. Around the back end, I guess you want to see this, but you don't want to go in, and then around. And make sure you grab the graveyard. And that's why I didn't realise that was there. It's not actually marked on the map. Cool. So that is going to end this episode and puts us in the kind of position where we are going to start clearing out the game properly. So we're going to pick up from the Church of Ella, and we're going to clear out a few dungeons and get this area kind of smashed out. But we now have a fantastic staff, which is this one. Has the highest scaling on a base staff. And so we'll basically outperform them until we get one of these kind of maxed out. I haven't decided which one we kind of want to have as the final on the build yet, but we are in a position now where we can just basically crush everything that we want to crush. In addition, we also have a really strong new spell in Rock Sling, which we've got the slot for. So I will see all of you guys again shortly as we actually begin clearing the game out.